Hello there, this is episode 8 for Jania, our fighter thief, for Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. This is insane difficulty, hardcore run. Once she, if she happens to die, then we restart from the beginning with maybe some changes to our mod layout. We have Jania, we have Ajantis, we have Khalid, we have Jahira, we have Bronwyn, and we have Baloth.
Not a problem.
So, first big thing.
I normally aspire to, but I'm beginning to rethink that stance.
Yeah, well, you know, you are not a member of the Black Pits anymore. First big thing we want to do is get the very easy pickup for an extra point in dexterity. You go to the Thieves Guild.
Calm yourself, dear. We must proceed carefully.
Listen to Khalid and Ajantis talk about the knightly values. Ajantis, by the way, is not going to be thrilled with the fact that we are in a Thieves Guild right now. We are not going to do the Thieves Guild quests. They're not bad, and they're not super difficult. I'm just not going to opt to do them with this run, because I'll need to. But I do like the fact that NPC interactions, which is one of the mods that we have, does include these interjections. Although I will say, there's a bit that's getting a little bit obnoxious with it regarding the how some of the male NPCs deal with a female version of Gorian's Ward. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down. Go down right here to handle the Ogre Mage and the Carrion Crawlers. With Ajantis, he has free action, so I'm not really worried about him fighting against the Carrion Crawlers, and then the rest of everybody's gonna target the this Joe, the Ogre Mage. Try to figure out what we can do with these Carrion Crawlers. Hopefully not too many of them are gonna get stunned or anything like that, but you never know, right? Anything to disable the mage before he can cast spells.
No one else you can bother?
For the glory of Helm!
Khalid doesn't like the stench and the blood. Wow. Okay. Took him out. Alright. Use the archery. Yeah, and switch. You never want to go use a missile weapon in melee. That's
Someone else.
the enemies get a big bonus to hit you, and you have a big penalty to attack. Chihira's gonna get stunned.
Hello.
I think we can take them out. They don't do a huge amount of damage, which is kind of nice, but they of course do a lot of damage when you are stunned and you can't do anything. When you're stunned, obviously you're gonna get automatically hit because you're basically just standing there. So we're gonna grab all of the various items. Bronwyn talks to Ajantis about loosening up some of his virtues. Interesting interaction. The lower pleasures. Fight hard, relax harder. It's a good quote. Ow. I never get bored with it. Alright, handle inventory stuff. Alright. The undersellers. Now I think the sewers are a really great way to just traverse all around Baldur's Gate without having to figure everything out. I am going to set up a ton of traps in this area. They're going to make a late game fight very easy. Not very easy, but considerably easier.
Hello, mate. You look a friendly face.
The guard, by the way, in the undercellar will want us to pay 10 gold.
Very well.
So, and of course we're gonna handle what's his face, Lars. Lars, a big old ogre. I think in the original game he had more HP than any other character. He had like a 140 HP or something really crazy high.
Very well.
So, but it's not going to mean everything. In fact, one big thing about this game is high HP doesn't really mean everything, right? Oh, by the way, you can talk down Lars. You can basically say, no, I'm not going to fight you. And so, high HP doesn't mean much if you get stunned.
Hey, friend. Good to meet
We're
a
gonna
fine
rest.
sod such as yourself.
Not a problem.
We'll go back down. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to set some more traps. And we'll go throughout the rest of the city. This is also with the NPC interactions. It gives certain characters more personality than they originally had. Like Khalid had barely a personality. I mean, his personality trait was he stutters and he panics. Kind of lame. Now he's more contemplative. He is more cautious and more like a relatively normal dude, but he also manages to... He's more relatable with NPC interactions. He kind of takes on the trait of being like a cautious mentor. So, okay. Had to pause my game. I got a phone call during that point. So, see, like, this is also what I'm talking about too, right? Is he talks about... he has these kind of longer bits where they talk about law and order. Very good stuff if you're interested in reading on it. I like including it because there's really good kind of pieces that get brought in with NPC interactions, and I really enjoy having them added in. And there are obviously limitations to mod stuff that aren't accessible, right? You can't have them all voice acted or whatnot, but it's certainly worth it. And by the way, those of you following at home, we just did the started the Merrick quest where we have been poisoned. So we make our way over to Rosmuth's Tower. Battle ugly with scars. That's a lie. So his logic is, I'm a powerful wizard, but so is Ragefast, and I don't want to fight him, so I'm hiring you all to fight him. Lame. So we'll go Siege Warfare. See, like, this though is the other half of the NPC interactions, which is just like random pieces of dialogue that are brought in, right? Where he's talking about like siege warfare, and he's talking about like how the city could potentially fall with super thin walls, and it's just like, come on, dude, like, not really pertinent to what we're going through with our quests. But we're gonna go here and talk to Lathander.
Excuse me, please let me speak before you attack.
So Lathander is the partner of Merrick, who is basically... Lathander is captured with a Geesh. A Geesh is basically like a control spell on somebody, where if you disobey, you literally start to waste away and die.
Knowledge used wisely is the most powerful of tools.
Quite frankly, I don't understand why you would put a Geesh on Lathander. Aside from having boots of speed and a really nice set of turquoise pants, I don't really see a reason why you would actually want to have him be your guy.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
Talk to Osilis. He just talks about the politics of the city.
Might I have your ear a moment?
And so Varsity. So the nice thing is a lot of the quests in Baldur's Gate City actually coordinate very well with each other, right? Like when you're doing the poison quest, just go straight here and handle the quest for the Temple of Umberly, right? Because it just the both of them are very synergetic. So basically, his son went, messed around with the ladies of Umberly. They killed him, and they have his body. And his dad's like, "I'm a priest. I can resurrect people." Okay, and this is Ragefast's home.
Yeah.
Not expecting us to have a fight, but if the NPCs have interjections,
I'm not long for this place.
then they can try to make their way in, but I don't do it with this playthrough. So Ragefast basically, the way to talk to, you can pick a fight with him, and you can fight him and kill him, and pick up the nymph and bring her back to Resmith. You can also release the nymph after you kill Ragefast. Or you could do what I'm doing, which is basically the peaceful route, where you convince Ragefast to basically let Abella go. The ways to do that is, one, you don't provoke him, and two, don't break up Resmith. I've never actually looted all of his stuff, but
Consider it.
I suppose I could.
One is not forced to walk in the steps of their father.
See, they add in this little piece here for NPC interactions. Yeah, we have no time. We have no time. We're busy touring the city and doing all the quests.
The storm shall
Alright,
take those
picking
who
up
are
the
unfaithful.
gauntlets. There is a quest associated with them, but it only gives like 300 XP, so
Brooks
no.
Consider it done.
alright. So you could do this in any order. You can try to release the Geesh spell.
The bitch
She'll
queen brooks no
send you out to get a
insolence.
book of wisdom. And then you can also ask for the body of the kiddo.
Consider it.
She'll only give it to you if you get it for 2,000 gold, but you'll get the 2,000 gold back at the end of this quest. So just do it. And with that, you get a very nice shield and 5,000 experience points. I believe you also get a reputation boost. One of the mods I have, one of the tweaks I have, is to kind of reduce the amount of shifting upward for
Not a problem.
those
Consider it done.
boosts
This way, good sir. Over here.
for reputation. So I think if you're a good person, if you have a decent high reputation, you can always just say, we're about to die, we need help. And
Glad to meet you, friend.
Very well.
then you get to talk to this guy. Now this is very interesting, right? So he talks about the new world, right? And immediately the thought process for this fantasy kingdom is to think it's some extra dimensional portal, right? It turns out it's a whole new continent, right? Hooray for it. But the thing is that they're treating it just like we treated the new world, or rather Europeans treated the new world in
Consider.
actual,
Very well.
this actual period.
Yeah, mate.
So, with brutality.
Very well.
And by the way, I just talked to Grax the Seer. I had a Sphen gem. So I've been carrying that around, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just,
Not
take
a
that
problem.
with me.
Very well.
Alright. So now we're gonna go back to the Blushing Mermaid. And there's Merrick. You think Merrick would actually
As you will.
Nope. Stay there. I think Merrick would actually start the fight right away,
As you direct.
rather than let me, set everything up. What's he doing? Is he just reading a book? And you're like, oh, I didn't notice you there.
My honor is with helms.
Or however he talks.
They'll never know what hit them.
So Merrick appears to be a...
Really not in this.
I think he's a fighter mage. Oh, sorry, not fighter mage. A thief mage. Because he obviously casts a lot of spells, but he also has a backstab. Which he... Yeah, there's nothing much I can cast here. Yeah, see, he backstabs quintuple damage. Quintuple damage. That's huge. Try to reduce his stone skins. But I think he's got shield up. He's pretty high level. Let's see. There's really not much I can cast from Jahira. It's because the spells I've set up are all not great.
Hello.
So he casts Emotion Helplessness, which gives me a major or gives Jahira and Baloth major debuff. She's regeneration.
Not a problem.
Am I stealthed up? No, I'm not stealthed up yet. There we go. See if I can stealth up. Get up close.
Careful.
Got him! Yeah, how'd you like that backstab? That feel good?
Careful.
Felt good to me. Alright, just drink this potion. Apparently you're the only one who needs to drink the potion. It used to be either it was in an old version of the game or I got that completely wrong in the old version of the game. But basically, you just have to have the main character drink the potion because she's the only one who's technically poisoned. So what we're gonna do is we're going to rest, go here, and we're gonna deal with Razumeth.
The trap is laid.
Razumeth wants to kill us anyway because we basically let him
Careful.
we let him what's it called?
What is your command?
You have need of me?
We didn't get the what's it called? We didn't get the nymph. So okay. So we did literally 26 damage. 26 damage to him, and that killed him. Razumeth is not super powerful. This is why I always say, even on a mage, max up the amount of constitution you have. Max it out to 16. You don't need any higher than 16. I really don't want to talk about gods.
Careful.
Seriously? Now is not a good time. We just murdered a wizard.
Very well.
Murdered a wizard. It's weird, yo. Might as well do this one.
Helm.
And we'll send everybody else up.
Oops. Consider it done.
Well, so much for that backstab.
My honor is my life.
Now, if I were smart, I probably should have cast haste here. First off, there's a lot of like enemies at each level, and I'm gonna want to kill them all. But by the way, you do not have to kill them all, especially if you're a thief, right? If you're a thief, you just slide through. However, they can easily kill me, so that'd be bad. Wait a second. Yeah, I have elixir of health. That's better, because it gives a little bit of healing too, which she needs. All right, Jania, you did that. The mustard jellies, I think, is a good idea to take care of because they're not. They're dangerous, but they're not super deadly. Especially if you have like free action and a high defense. But if you have really good AC, they're very difficult. They only very rarely hit you.
Not a problem.
And Baloth got a level up. Okay, this is the wonderful thing about sorcerers, is they get to pick their spells. So I went with Protection from Petrification, Invisibility, and I think I go for Invisibility Sphere here. There's a lot of good level 3 options. I was tempted to go with either Melf's Minute Meteors or Skull Trap, but I already have Fireball, so Skull Trap would be a little bit redundant, even though Skull Trap is better. And my Melf's Minute Meteors is really good, but at his level, it's only like 7 little meteors, which he already is using darts, so his whole purpose is not to attack, but it's to what's it called? Cast spells. So,
Careful and quiet.
yeah, try not to have characters die here.
Not a problem.
I think the next level is Ghasts.
Is there really?
Leave.
All right. But
Yes,
not because you told me
good as
to.
done.
My honor is my life.
Should have just had Jaheira stay where she is.
Yes?
They use archery.
You attack with the rest.
That's some
Yeah, Ajantis with Swordsbane, really good call. Oh, well, Baloth could be dead here. Let's see what happens with him.
Nature's servant awaits. Thy tempest, if tempest wills it.
Yeah, Ghasts are very, very scary unless you have free action. If you have free action, or if you're just killing with distance weapons.
Consider it done.
Helm, give me strength.
Okay, got a few of them turned. I'm gonna heal up Baloth a little bit.
Can I help you?
Bye. With Helm's blessing.
Careful.
Alright, get a couple of rings. And each Ghast is 650 XP, so that's pretty healthy too.
Careful and quiet.
Alright, so next level are Hobgoblins, I believe. Hobgoblin Elites, which, yeah,
Careful and quiet.
I
Very
want
well.
Baloth to be alive for that.
Eh? What do you want?
I'm not 100% sure what Nauseated does. I think it's just a big
What do you
debuff
want?
to your like attack and to your
Not a problem. Careful
AC.
and quiet.
Alright.
My honor is my life.
Hello. Thy
Move her out of the way.
Give me
Is there
strength.
really no one else you can bother?
Fireball in this area is not very smart. We'll do Magic Missile.
task?
You have need of me?
To battle!
Catch someone else, you filthy swine. You must be loving this.
Yeah, get him out of the way.
To battle!
Very fortunate he wasn't poisoned. Although poison, I have so many antidotes that poison is fine. Like, I'm not super worried about poison. It's just an inconvenience.
Careful and quiet.
There we go. Grab the gold.
Careful and quiet. Careful and not a problem.
You have to forgive me, my heat turned on, so my noise is gonna be a little noisy. Or a little bit of background noise, but that's okay. That's okay. Welcome to winter. Heats go on.
Is there really?
Alright, so
You
potion
must
of
be loving
fiery
this.
burning. Speaking of heat, that's what I'm going to introduce these the Kobold Commandos to. The nice thing about Kobold Commandos is they're twitchy, so they'll
Very
just bounce
careful
around.
and quiet.
They don't. So what I'm hoping for, I just gotta wait until they all group together, and then I'll blast them.
Very well.
That's about right.
Careful
Enjoy.
and quiet.
Goodbye.
Careful and quiet.
Alright, so uncover everything. Get the Tome of Intelligence. get a bonus to my intelligence, which doesn't really mean much for her, except for the fact that she can now survive getting hit by a mind flayer an extra time. So, yay! She's not a complete waste of space. Yeah, mind flayers are no joke. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do. We have a lot of items here. We're going to try to use the Thalantir mod to shape things. We need to get... we have the Bracers of Defense AC 7, so that's good. But we also need to get a Potion of Defense in order to make them really good. We can make the Improved Cloak of Non-Protection, because we just need 2 scrolls of invisibility, and we can purchase them right here. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing next. And then both marksmanship, we're going to probably get that in a little bit. I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff. And then have him make the improved Cloak of Non-Detection. The nice thing about that cloak is it allows me to go invisibility twice a day. And of course gives a bonus to AC and to saving throws. Which is going to be kind of important for her not dying. Alright. By the way, you did... I don't know if I mentioned it, but I also grabbed Arrows of Dispelling. That is, like, game-changing. Like, game-changing against wizards. Like, it can absolutely break fights against wizards and lots of magic groups, right? Endgame fights. All sorts of dangerous stuff. So... And we now have Gauntlets of Grand Mastery. Gives bonus to Thaco, bonus to damage, and bonus to AC. So now, with her bow, without her shield on, she is now AC 7. And with the shield up, she's AC 9.
Careful and
So now we could sell a bunch of this extra stuff that we have.
Not a problem.
I can make
So one thing we're going to sell is we're going to sell all of the Ankeg shells. Because we have 6 of them. We can always get more, too. But... okay, back to Baldur's Gate. And we're finally going to do the stuff for Scar. There he is. Yeah,
I am a man of my word.
I messed up when I entered into Baldur's Gate. I said that it wasn't us. That we didn't disrupt the stuff in Cloakwood. I messed that up. Misclicked. But you can always go back and Scar will be like, oh, if you have a reminder of who you actually are and what you actually did, you can come back and see me. So now at this point we're going to go over to the Seven Sons and do the Seven Sons. I'm going to do it in kind of the quickest way, where instead of talking to the merchants, I'm just going to sneak downstairs and kill the doppelganger down there.
Careful.
Spoiler alert, they're doppelgangers. Spoiler alert for a 25-year-old game. Yeah, 25 years old.
Yes?
Helm. Yeah.
By temper.
Yeah!
Yes, as you direct.
I've had times where I've also brought like fighters up
I'll do my
to
best.
the
Very well.
to the upper level as well. She's gonna sneak past down to the basement level, and look at that! Look at that ugly face. And Ajantis also
Not a
is
problem.
attacked.
Careful and quiet. Consider it done.
I am loving the fact when she goes invisible, it makes life nice and easy.
Not a problem.
She can just slide in.
Ooh, I'm gonna work out some anger on you.
Slide and do stuff like that.
And quiet.
It's not a huge amount. Well, it's a pretty big amount of damage, but like...
Consider it done.
it's not huge compared to
Very
other
well.
amounts of damage in this game.
Come to torment me some more, you shape-shifting bastards.
Okay, so now we're gonna loot all this stuff. Really good items, or really items that you can sell for a lot of gold. Not even really good items, but...
Not a problem.
Lola! Oh, she's not interested in talking to me. She's interested in talking to Ajantis.
Not a problem.
Grrr. Okay. My lady is a squire paladin. I'm accustomed to traveling in heavy armor and equipment. I presume as a beautiful lady. What happens if you're not? What happens if you like are like a dwarven gal with like a big fuzzy beard, charisma of 4? Okay. This dialogue is actually quite interesting, right? Where he's asking like, okay, what happens if you end up catching up with the murderers of Gorion? And I actually kind of went with a different take on it. Is where she could talk about justice or revenge. She could just say, listen, I just don't want them targeting me anymore, so I need to stop them from doing that. And also she's talking about, like, being merciful. Like, if they,
My
you know,
honor is my life.
if I catch them in a situation and I can do it without killing them, then sure, I'm gonna, you know, try not to. My honor is my life. And then he talks about honor, right? What does honor and justice mean to you, right? Now, she is a fighter thief. I don't want to be completely dickish and be like, honor's not even like dictionary. But it's like, it is kind of flexible, right? To her, in her mind, it's flexible. But then he kind of like talks about whether you would betray those who trust you. And it's like, yeah, that's not what she would do, right? And justice. And justice means different things to different people. She could take, that's a very kind of self-centered, goal-directed resort. That is, it's kind of a myth. And, yeah. Alright, so. And yet another dialogue. This, as mentioned, kind of annoying about the NPC interactions. Well, it's just interject everything every couple of seconds. You can zip past all of these too, by clickety click click click. But I'm taking the time to read a little bit of it. He talks about how it's the green dragon represents the arrogance of man. That's on his shield, and it shows off his kind of. It talks about his. Talks about how his background. She's going to take a more diplomatic way of talking about it rather than to be like, your family's pathetic.
What do you need?
And there's this goon.
Very well.
So weird how he's like, yeah, we're here to see Scar. Oh yeah, you walked right past him.
Very well.
Angel skin ring, easy to pick up along your journeys. Normally you get +1 reputation.
Not a problem.
And 800 XP. No harm in doing it. Angel skin rings are actually not that expensive. So, like, if you pick one up and then you forget to give it to him, you can always buy it back.
Evil finds its worst enemy in truth and honor.
Alright. This is the Ogre Mage that we killed. Always give the ring back because it's going to be worth more and you get experience out of it.
Consider it done.
And then Scar comes right out.
I am a man
Weird,
of my word.
weird exchange, right? In the original game, it was just straight up like you have this conversation right in the hallway, and then he brings you upstairs immediately. Yeah, we'd be honored. All right.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
All right.
What you want?
Very well.
Gonna rest here.
Consider it done.
Guy tells us we need to kill more bandits and more hobgoblins and whatnot. We're gonna rest up. Rest up and heal up and then identify everything. I think we handle all the shop stuff. Yes, we handle all the shop stuff, and now we're also gonna handle this stuff here. Try to get more. Well, sell a bunch of the stuff we have, and then get more arrows of both dispelling, and I think I also grabbed arrows of detonation.
Very well.
We're gonna slide down underneath here. Once again, the sewers,
well.
which easy to traverse, especially for Chapter 7, where you're trying to avoid getting arrested. If I'm not mistaken, I set up some more traps.
Not a problem.
Yes, I do.
The trap is laid.
There we go.
The trap is laid. Consider it done.
Woo! Kristen and Slythe are not going to know what hit them.
Not a problem.
Then we're going to go here. We're going to rest.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fighter.
Oh, because, right, I wanted to identify these last few items. Yes, okay. Forgot about that.
Very well.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
Not a problem.
Then we're going to go.
Not a problem.
And then from here, I'm not going to lay down any traps, because I think I might be able to lay them down before the big fight that I'm going to have. But we are coming close to the end of this video. I'm going to save the Iron Throne, the actual tackling of the Iron Throne, next video.
Not a problem.
That's going to be... It's going to end with a very, very difficult boss fight, so... But deal with these ghasts. Oh, and of course Bronwyn gets stunned. That is nice about SES, is that it implements these strategies and tactics. But, with that, I'm going to wrap it up here for the day. If you like what I do, leave the video a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel,
Careful.
and put up a bunch of other content, and you should totally check it out. But, with that, take care, and good luck. We're all counting on you.
Careful
Hello?
and quiet.
If Tempus wills it.